trust me when I say, if you think there's a reason why you can't do something, you can.
I keep getting the image of her running through a field with the tall grass, enjoying the sunshine, just frolicking.
Start listening to your own guides. Start listening to the sun.
The only thing that makes you jealous, fearful, and angry is your perception upon the situation.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is Unfiltered with DeEtte and Mike. Mike's not going to be here tonight, guys, and I do apologize for that. But unfortunately, Mike's got that other, daytime job in the summertime that really kind of takes him a lot of his time, his energy, and his work. So I am having special guests when they come in. And yes, guess what? I've got another special guest tonight. And you're going to love it. I'm not going to tell you who it is until they show up. I'm just not. But I know you guys know him. I know you guys love him. And yep, when he gets into the backstage, I'm going to bring him in and say, hi, everybody. Hey, Tim. Oh, my gosh. Keith and Rez. Oh, my God. Hello, everybody. How did the little one, she loves Mexico, guys. Tim, everybody. Addie loves Mexico. It's not her first rodeo down there. I think it's her second time down there. Oh, definitely. I'm going to star you. I'm going to talk for a few minutes, bring my special guest in. I literally just talked to him like a minute and a half ago and said, hey, you want to come in? And yeah, that was about it. So we're going to give him a few minutes to get here so he's not late. He's just going, yeah, sure. Why not? So got to give him a few minutes. But yeah, Addie loves Mexico. It's not her first time there. Literally, I think it's her second time to Mexico. She's been to Punta Cana. She's been to Florida twice. She's been to New York. She's a well-traveled little girl. But yeah, she just loves Mexico without a doubt. It's one of her next to Florida. She can never figure out if she likes Florida or Mexico better. But she is definitely a pool baby, hot sun, all that type of stuff. So loves it. Thank you, Kevin. Hello. I am spiritual. I got you, Start. I got you, Tina, Start. I got Tim, Start. Just want to let you guys know I'm starting as we go. And congratulations, Rez. He made his announcement, guys. I do believe, was it last week? I think it was last week. Rez wanted a quick reading. Me and Annie rocked it for him and said we seen him opening shop. Guess who made an announcement? He's going to be doing it. So congratulations, Rez. I'm so happy to do that. See that? I wish I could stay, but I'm working. Oh, Keith, that's okay. I'll see you tomorrow night, darling. So yeah, we're having lots and lots of fun. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, Mexico, I love Mexico. It's one of my happy places. It really is. Mexico, Scotland. Believe it or not, Florida's turned into a happy place too. Not my first love, it never was, but it really is turned into quite a happy place. I get there and I feel like I'm welcoming myself back again because honestly, I just show up there a lot. Oh my God, you're going to find it, Rez. Don't worry. I still see bricks. So I think it's going to be awesome. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. I'm super excited. So we got back late last night. That was about the gist of it. So got can't even talk. Got back in late last night. Yeah, there you go. Oh, blessings. Oh, California. I need to get to California one of these days. I really do need to get to California one of these days. I've never been there. I heard it's flipping amazing, flipping gorgeous. Awesome. I've seen a lot of people from Arizona too, which was awesome. I haven't been to Arizona since, oh my gosh, almost 40 years. I'm getting old. I'm just getting old, I think. So it's been forever since I've been to Arizona either. Although, guess what? I spoke to a friend here in the States while I was in Mexico. We're looking at doing a retreat, guys, like a week-long retreat or 4 or 5 days, whatever. We're going to talk about it in Mexico at the Barcelo reservation or resort, which is where I would like to do it. But we got to talk. Got to do a lot of talking. Not sure it'll be next year or the year after, but we're going to look at doing a spiritual retreat and just rocking that out, which will be awesome. Also wanted to let everybody know, if you're listening, if you're a medium, if you're psychic, I don't know, whatever. I am just starting a new class. Well, it's not a new class. I've taught it before, but people asked me to do it, so I'm doing it. And we're doing gallery again, gallery class or platform demonstration galleries, that type of class. So if you've ever wanted to get up and just read for the masses, do gallery, take your, your mediumship to the next level, this definitely is going to be a class for you. It's definitely going to be a class for you. So it does start next Wednesday at 6 p.m. I think. I don't know. I don't even know what I put on there for a date. I'm awful. A year gives me time to get a dog's exactly in Mexico. Here I come. I love it, Tim. I love it. And I'll tell you what, I'll be doing it with Miss Maria Celeste. I don't know if y'all know her or not. She's a freaking rock star. I love her. She's one of my BFFs. She's my soul sister. Yeah, I love her to death. I love her to death. So, class for platform will start it'll be July 5th, 12th, and 19th, because it's actually 3 technical classes, with that 4th class being you doing a demonstration live. So lots and lots and lots of fun. But again, that's the class that's going to start next week. It's $197. It's a lot of fun. And then again, we're looking at a retreat next year. But my special guest is here. You know him. You love him. He is a world-renowned psychic medium. He's got his own show. Let me see if I can get you guys to guess who it is. His show was #1 played show on Roku's Spirit Channel and the Roku channel. He is in his 12th season. He's got his own show on this platform. And if nobody can guess it, I'm just going to bring him in, because let's bring in Mr. Rob Thompson, because he's one of my BFFs. I love this man dearly, and maybe he's questioning that now. I'm not sure. Here you go.
I was waiting. I was just like, this fantastic build-up. My God, I'm glad she found someone to replace me. And then it sounds so exciting. Thank you.
I could never replace you. I love it. Tina's like, Thomas John.
Thank you. Thank you for the thank you for the notice. I was just making some spiritual split pea and ham soup. Because it's weather. It's summer.
I know. Guys, what Rob is referring to is, I've never given Rob notice when it comes to doing reads. Not once have I ever said, hey, Rob, do you want to do this next Tuesday or next 2 months from now? No, I'm always like, hey, Rob, what are you doing right now? And he's like, I'm fine.
The last time I said, well, you know what? Let me just flush and I'll be... Your timing actually was spot on this time. They would have scolded my lips. So Rez, Courtney, and Courtney and Jessica. Hello everybody, and thank you so much for having me on, darling. I missed you so much. I know you've been so busy jetting around all over the place from event to event.
I'm trying to keep busy, but you're busier.
Well, I'm staying busy. That is definitely for sure. And we actually we got another shoot for the Ghost Finders in 2 weeks. God, awesome. No, it's not. It's like 10 days time.
That's awesome.
And then we'll be halfway through 6 episodes. Then we'll be halfway through 6. Yeah, we'll be halfway through season 12. So
that's so awesome.
Good. You know what? The most amazing.
You got a great team now.
They're just always have just good people, and it's a family, and families are animated,
They are. But you do. I mean, I've seen so many pictures from the last shoot, and so much love and so much fun. And it was awesome to see it. It was awesome to just be able to sit back, and those pictures speak a million words. You know what I mean? It's not 1,000, it's a million words, and it's gorgeous. And I love it. I'm just so happy for you.
I'm
You
the
know,
lucky one. Yeah.
you are, but you built it. You built it around it, which is killer.
Yeah, and you know what, darling, I'm doing so the podcast you know about, it's the Universe.
Universe.
It's about YOU,
Mhm.
with Rob and Steph, and then there's another TV show that I'm gonna be doing that is nothing to do with Ghostfinders, so I'll have even less time. um yeah. Yeah,
Congratulations.
it's one day I'll perfect it, so I actually make a living doing it.
Well,
I hope
eh,
you're following your dreams. What can you?
you're following your dreams, right? I mean, whoever made a really good I mean, unless you're Tyler Henry or James R. Brock or some, it's hard making a living being a medium. It's insane.
God bless them. You know what? I take my hat off to them. That's a hell of a lot of oomph you're gonna need to, because of course he's 20 years my junior too. So we'll say 20.
20, yeah, I'll say 20 for me too. 20, 20 for me.
So I've got some really interesting. I want to tell you off the bat if I can,
You can.
because as soon as I put the phone down from you calling, and they get on my show.
At
Um,
at
I,
5:59.
I was I started thinking about I started thinking about someone who was. I'm seeing this man. He's a NASCAR fan. He's a big NASCAR fan, and
Okay.
he's got a NASCAR baseball cap.
Okay.
Um, and he is a bit of a couch potato. He's certainly not NASCAR material, but he is still enjoying NASCAR in the spirit world.
Okay.
And I'm getting here. For
Okay.
some reason, I'm feeling very much like that. There's his parting was related to, it's called pulmonary, so
Okay.
heart, lungs, fast food, lifestyle,
Mhm.
and so yeah, that's he's. I got to bring him back into focus because that was about 10 minutes
Oh,
ago.
15 minutes ago, yeah.
You see, NASCAR Jimmy Johnson.
In-laws were found dead of murder-suicide today.
So
I don't know who Jimmy Johnson is, but hey,
I thought Jimmy Johnson was that crazy cult leader that made them drink the Kool-Aid. I thought that was.
I don't know. Jimmy Johnson in-laws. NASCAR. Well, it's NASCAR Jimmy Johnson. I'm gonna Google it really quick.
I'm sure there are a lot of Jimmy Johnsons, but
Probably except for only because it happened today. His picture's up there. So
yeah, it's obviously
yeah, he comes up really right away, but I don't think this is who you're seeing. But I do know
no.
I do know you're also describing one of my uncles. Although he wasn't a couch potato by nature, but because of emphysema and cancer, he became a couch potato.
Yeah,
But not by choice. You know what I mean?
well, that would explain the lungs thing. But of course, that could also still apply to a lot of people. I'm wondering if I can get some more. So and I loathe this term. So I'm not going to say the word out because it's an item of clothing that's a vest, also known as a wife something. And I can't. What a strange name for a vest. Just call it a vest.
Right.
Yeah. He's a champion. Yes. Yeah. The general think to yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's really all I'm getting at the moment right now, to put that out there so that we can, if anyone has an uncle or an aunt or a dad or a grandfather or a brother or a
Right.
sister.
Well, the funny thing is I know my uncle, there's 2 really big races tomorrow night of somebody that he knew also does. One of the kids has actually gone to NASCAR now. So
Okay.
she went from
Really?
yeah. My
Wow.
mother's a big NASCAR fan, and then her best friend's son was Travis Quapple, who did NASCAR, and now Travis's son, since my uncle has passed away, has gone from amateur standing to he's actually a NASCAR racer for Dale Earnhardt Jr. He drives one of his cars.
Okay, I
So
know that name.
I am you're like, I know him. Everybody knows Dale. So he actually drives for Dale now. So that's why I'm thinking it might be my uncle you're seeing. So and there's big races tomorrow night. So
Okay.
both boys have there's a NASCAR race and then I think there's another race that the younger kid is in, but they're both well over the age of 18. So
Oh, okay. Well, I hope they win. I hope they win because honestly I've only ever watched it a couple times on TV,
I
and
get
we're like 5 miles from a
yeah.
racetrack, race car track.
I know I
So
get bored because they just go round and round and I get bored, but my mom loves it. My mom loves NASCAR. So I mean, I understand it. I get it. You know what I mean? So
she's a thrill seeker like her daughter. Yeah.
yeah, but I'd rather jump off a cliff. She wants to watch them go round and round, but it's the same thing.
As long as you got a parachute, right?
No, no.
What have you got anyway? A time machine?
Into
Why
the
do you look
ocean.
so darn good? Have you had like where have you been? You look like
I just
what,
got off
10?
on vacation.
Oh well, okay, there you go.
I got
Yeah,
back from Mexico last night, like 10:30.
I vaguely remember that word.
Me and Addie, we went to the other side of the border.
That's right. I saw you the thing with the bags and
Yeah,
her little pink, and yeah, yeah.
yes, we
So
went.
you had a good time.
Oh, she's the best vacation partner. She is the absolute best vacation partner. I'll tell you what. There's nobody better than pint-sized little girl and let's go jet set someplace. You know what I mean? Like for
Yeah,
my birthday, me and her got in a car. We drove to New York. Well, you remember that. You got sick, so we couldn't see you. Remember the whole family had COVID.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. That was a
So
pearl.
yeah.
Great timing.
So
Um,
I've been lucky. I mean, we went to Mexico, lots of sunscreen, so I didn't get. I'm finishing up the tattoo this week, so they told me I couldn't get burnt, so it was like 50 SPF and lots of
I,
sun, but lots of sunscreen.
mine's
So
like factor 500. It's for like, uh, yeah.
and I love your picture you guys posted today or the other day. Of you and Heather.
Oh,
You're
oh,
so-
that's AI.
Is
That's
it?
it's just AI. I was just so
I
my
was
my
like looking at it going, I've never seen Rob with dark hair. And I kept like making it bigger, going, well, it looks like Rob, but
well, yeah, I was that slim about 9 years ago, but yeah,
oh, gee.
I just a bit of fun, actually. So my friend Ed, um, he sent that to me along with some other rather disturbing ones of me and some of him as a baby, which I can never unsee again. And yeah, so I was just like, God, it's looking a bit Doctor Who-ish. So I'll just, and then Heather comes past and she's like, "Is that me?" And I'm like, "I guess."
She looked
AI, and it's something else, it really is. It's just crazy.
I need to jump on and do that. I'm telling you. I
You
want to
should.
I want to look 20 years younger.
Well, you don't need to. I mean, you permanently look 35.
Oh,
So,
well, thank you. I
you know,
appreciate that. I
it's
do. I
true.
don't feel I don't feel 35. I don't feel 35. But we got some people asking for readings. So there's our first one. I love it. And I am spiritual. I love how she wrote that. I I suck with names. We all know this. I'm lucky. Rob, I can say Rob Thompson because Rob knows
I
how bad I am with names.
am spiritual. Well, for some reason you don't want us to know your name.
That's okay.
So that's okay. That's okay. Well,
But she's asking for some general guidance.
what do you think? Anything coming to you?
Right off the bat, because everything, as you know, hits me in my shot in a psychic reading, always
Yeah.
hits me into my
Heart
chakras
chakra.
right off the
Yeah.
bat. And I will tell you what, with her, I just something with the top of her heart chakra and then her throat. It's literally between here and here. And I feel as if, you know what, she's done a lot of healing. She's starting to really walk into that future of hers. And I feel like this excitement's coming up. But there's also this feeling of don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. So it feels like she's kind of holding in there. So I'm not sure if she understands the opportunities that are coming to her, if she sees the door actually opened yet. But I want to tell you, I feel like she needs to just kind of take the flow, go with it, walk into this, just allow this life to start happening. I feel like, again, like I keep doing this with myself, I mean, this is like this nervous thing. And I feel like this is kind of her going into this,
Mm-hmm.
this nervous thing is happening. But I
Uh-huh.
feel like she's trying to kind of like go in like this and like, I don't want to say disbelief of the good that's going to be happening,
Right.
but I just feel like I'm almost trying to cut off my senses in some way in anticipation that's coming up. But again, I'm not sure if they can actually see the opportunity in the door open or if it's a feeling of it happening and that feeling going, I don't want to cut this off, but I want to say really good things are coming. And I feel like they're just on the other side of this, but it's kind of like take some deep breaths, relax, and let herself go into this. Just let herself go into this and allow that flow to happen. And I'm going to tell you, even as I get through that door, all of a sudden this starts to kind of get a little heavy. So I do feel like once she starts to go through that, there's going to be some healing. My head starts to spin. And it's a sense of, oh my gosh, hold on, because this is going to be a wild ride. That's what I'm getting. Rob's just looking at me going, I forgot how you do this, darn it.
You do, and I'm going to sign up for your class, by the way, because my one of my big weaknesses is really sort of order form of sort of when it's particularly when I'm doing gallery or something like that. So I'm going to be signing up for that one, that class of yours. So that was great that I saw that. So I'll tell you what I'm feeling. This person has been through the ringer. Just a lot of shit happened, and luckily they've been busy enough not to have as much time as others might to dwell,
Right.
because your mind can be your worst. It's really your worst enemy. I think that there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain, and issues of feeling of self-worth, and not to just the last couple of years. It's almost just like when you think, well, 2021, well, no brainer. 2022,
Right.
I've got really big plans for 2022. We're through it, we're past it, and it's gonna and then 2023. Dare I even hope? Yes, hope, because hope is manifestation, and manifestation is what's going to become your reality. So you're going to put it out there good, put it out there hope, put it out there high, and put it out there with love. Because if you wake up every day with FML, all right, post, go to bed, all right, I'm the professional victim. Woe is me, oh, woe is me. It's all sending messages out to the universe that universe is busy. Universe is like, okay, so it's like a short order cook. They take a look, glance. There's 2 eggs over easy, the toast, sausage links. Okay, double order of misery, an afternoon of horrible. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, get that. Send that out, and if you 2 orders up. We got misery. We got X calling you drunk, and we got and it'll come back to you. So don't, because words are so powerful.
Yeah.
They're so powerful. I see this person having a much, just a lot of amazing things, one by one, starting to improve their life and change their life. And I'm seeing leaves starting to turn.
Yeah.
So I don't know, summer, late summer, definitely not fall.
Right. Love that.
That's what's coming to me.
I like it because you know what? She said it all started back in 2021, and she said it all makes sense. She's been in Herman Mode for the last 9 months, feeling isolated. So I would say we pretty much got that on there. I love that.
Did. Yeah. How come you can see that and I can't?
I don't know. It's all. Are you in the comments?
I think I am.
Are you in? Yeah. Because if you're in the comments, you're in there someplace.
Yeah, because the other one's because the wait.
It's
No, here it is.
Supposed to understand the energy, and at 6:27 she did that.
And
she is healing herself.
Oh, there we go.
She did awesome.
Okay. You and I just we got to go on the road, girl.
I'm telling you, you guys, you should see me and Rob on stage together. As long as I can go shoeless, and I was going to say Rob can go shirtless, but Rob won't do that. So
you don't want to see me shirtless.
Me and Rob work phenomenal together. There's absolutely no ego. There's no nothing. We just get up there and we have so much fun. We have a blast.
You're just. I mean, when I look back to before we met, and I'm like walking willy-nilly into I remind myself of sort of like this sort of teenager who's learning to ski, and he's just finally gotten down a couple times down the course and without breaking his legs, and suddenly he thinks he's an Olympic and goes without learning to what is it called? Oh yeah, stop. And goes barging into these asylums and stuff, which is what I was doing, like a few years back, only 3 years back, without bubbling up and without putting out that protection and learning some good shielding methods. And through you, that's what I've done. And wow, Lisa Williams must be so proud.
Hope so. But in the words of Lisa, all I do is give you tools. What you do with those tools is really up to you, because you have to do the work.
Right.
I just show up and say, yeah, you got this. But I will tell you what, Rob, you brought it up just before, when I called you really quick, and I look at our journey together, from beginning, hello, Bill and Ron. And I remember the first time we took stage together at Dan's event. Remember? And we were kind of clumsy, and it was very much teacher, student. And I remember me trying to sit back because I was there to support you. And I would get up and go, da, 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 and I'd walk back and you go. And the next event we did together, we very much showed up together, and that was what, Rhode Island, I think?
Yeah.
Maine, yeah. It was awesome. But really, when it led up to when we were on your episode, and us walking through that encampment together, you know what I mean? And just.
That was a pretty neat place, wasn't it?
It was. But the information we got, together as a team walking through there was just, it was incredible.
Yeah, it's too bad it was so bloody cold. So I remember, and because I can remember that Megan Deputy, our witch, every which way.
I'm gonna get her on my other show one of these times, but every time she's busy. She's busy
lady.
Busy.
Yeah, she's
Thomas
Hollywood makeup artist. Yeah, and she's good. So she's like in huge demand.
Yeah.
Anyway, her and Matthias decided that after one night of I think there was me, there was Steve. I think there's at least two
Steve and them were on the other side. It was you, me, Heather, Lily, and Meg, and all in one room taking naps.
It was.
And don't negate the spirits that were there, because Steve warned us, this is a noisy building. And I'm like, oh, they never wake me up. I bubble up. Oh, my cocky ass was taught, wasn't it? I got schooled that night.
It was like 39 degrees, and they decided that they take their chances and sleep outside in one of the straw huts that had a window with nothing in it, no glass.
I don't blame them. They probably got more sleep.
Well, they got this like big rug thing.
Yeah.
And then they rolled themselves into a rug, and there was snug as 2
bugs in
a rug.
Yeah. But they probably got more sleep, because I'll tell you what.
They did, yeah.
To this day, I cannot remember another night that I've been more exhausted in my life.
You're a walking advertisement for coming on the show. You know what I mean?
Well, literally, we went to bed at 1:30 in the morning, and we didn't wake up until like 8. I mean, Heather and Dan went out and did their thing, but you and me and Lily slept past that. We didn't get out of bed until like 8.
You could drive a dump truck full of high explosives through the house, and Lily would not wake up. I can tell you, she's our old man's daughter. That's for sure.
Exactly.
6 years old.
But I just remember spirit. I heard a party downstairs all night long. Like, think about guys sleeping upstairs of a bar that has not quit partying and socializing and having fun. Not heavy metal, but just music of the period, loud, everything. And that's what it was. In my
no one was up. No one was awake.
No, there was nobody downstairs.
Because I yelled like from the bunk. You got to remember, this is all like a dormitory sort of situation, guys, just in case, so you can visualize it. And yeah, keep that, trying to sleep.
Yeah,
thanks. And really quiet for a few, and then I'd bugger me if I didn't get back into bed and started up again.
Yeah,
and I couldn't get it. But yeah, obviously a lot of stuff going on. I mean, a lot of things happened on that site where, my Toka, aka Pocahontas, basically was kidnapped and kept. Let's not Disneyfy it. All right, was kept in captivity and shipped off to England.
Mm-hmm. Your homeland. It is.
And the thing of it is that
so you know.
What's that?
When you're home with your mom, you are just the most handsome man in the world. Just so you know.
Oh.
You glow and you get this big smile that you couldn't hit off your face if you wanted to. And yeah.
My mom, I love my mom. She's it's tough being 4,000 miles away, but thank goodness for this stuff, and especially with the pandemic, and I think that saved so many people.
Mm-hmm.
I was speaking to someone actually the other day. A friend of mine lives in Japan. He's lived in that for decades in Japan, and his dad was moved in England. Was moved. He was in a wasn't sick. He was in it, moved just before the pandemic to a nursing home. Mm-hmm. And then the initial response of the British government was to start putting people, when the hospitals became overcrowded, into nursing homes without testing them. Because there wasn't a test. I mean, but then it spread through the nursing home, and unfortunately his dad died. And so he couldn't come into the country because there was no coming to the UK from, anywhere really. So certainly not Japan. And yeah, so his he had no last words because there was nothing he could do. He just literally observed the funeral of his dad,
Right.
on an iPhone.
Wow.
Unthinkable. It's such a strange new world that we live in.
Isn't it though? Isn't
Really,
I mean, you're talking about that story, and all I can remember is, I mean, I like to tell you first, thank you for the statement I'm about to make, because I didn't have much awe for England before I met you. And I learned to love it, believe it or not. But I learned to love like the Queen, the Queen Mother. I learned to love her and have respect and awe. You opened up a world I never had before. And I don't.
Queen Mother, that's going back a few years.
Well, it is. But I can remember watching and seeing the picture of her sitting, in that church by herself at her own husband's funeral. And
Oh, the Queen. Yeah.
yeah. Not her mom, but the Queen.
No. Okay.
The Queen.
Lizzie.
Yeah. And watching her sit by herself in a pew at her own husband's funeral. And just if that doesn't make a statement in that pandemic. You know what I mean?
Nothing. It's just everything was upside down and inside out,
It changed a lot of people.
Yeah, we came through it, but a lot of people didn't,
Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned that, because so that's probably why, because we were talking about it, because I'm seeing a lady right now who has, by the looks of it, dyed hair, like mousy sort of blonde. And so I'm seeing roots, and I'm seeing a rebreather, oxygen.
Okay. Everybody listen up, because he's got somebody.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, I feel like she wasn't her. They didn't get to see her pass because, obviously, of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And it also depends on when, for whatever reason, they didn't get to be with her when she passed, and she knows that she knows, and it's fine.
Yeah.
There's someone listening that this makes sense to. Otherwise they wouldn't be coming to me with it.
No, yeah.
So, but yeah, a full figured lady, sort of not quite shoulder length hair,
Mm-hmm.
with wavy sort of, and yeah, just no oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it's a terrible thing. I mean, people would liken it to emphysema. You know what I mean? Because you just never got enough oxygen. And I can remember my stepfather had that, and he would turn all colors of the rainbow, like, for the last couple of days before he died. I wasn't there, but
Right.
that's what I was told.
No, but do you mind if I continue on with what you were just saying? Kind of piggyback off you?
True, please.
Okay. No, because I literally it was like I started to connect in, but she started showing me a daughter, but outside of the hospital. So I know whoever you have, she's showing me the daughter on the outside that's alive, and being able to kind of see a picture. But I feel like the mom is not, being able to like pay attention, not being able to see, and the daughter, but there's this heartbreak, and she's giving me the sense of the daughter's heartbreak of just this sobbing on the inside, but the tears not really coming out because she's trying to hide them from the mom. And she's just shown me that she even though she was like in this unresponsive state, or this state that she wasn't able to respond to her through this video or through this phone, because she keeps showing me a small phone, that she did see her daughter, that she was with her daughter. She does understand that she heard her daughter through that phone, and she did feel the daughter's pain, but there's a sense of saying, I'm free now. I'm free now. Let her know that she was free and that she wasn't alone, because she showed me like the grandmother coming through to help take her to the other side, and that it wasn't painful. But again, the grandmother, not the mom, but the grandmother was there to pick her up and take her home. Okay. She's just talking about it being a family reunion. So, again, I don't know who it is in the bed, but she just wanted to let the daughter know that, like, I know, and it's okay. It's okay. So,
Yeah.
again, I don't know if this is for somebody presently listening or somebody that's going to be listening to this, you know, and repeat, you know, whatever repeat is, you know.
You started early.
I love it. Everybody, I know everybody's like asking for messages. We're just not doing it that way tonight, guys. We're just picking up on people and talking, and it's okay. Every week I do this, we do something different, and I love it. 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 So hopefully that makes sense to somebody out there. If if not, who's listening now, please, if you know somebody that's been in that situation, it's for that person. Okay. So, you know, and that's the best we can say, because this is really sometimes the only way spirit gets through is like saying, hey, I hear people that are listening, and I'm your friend's mom, or I'm this, or I'm that, and this is how they're going to get through to them. So, okay. AKA, that's Valerie for you.
Valerie, yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, I have a father who's very anxious. He's showing to me in his 60s, maybe early 70s, and gaunt, long face, thinning hair, the comb over thing going on, and okay, yeah, Josie's saying he wants to apologize. There's some things that were left unsaid, and they weren't said at the graveside, at the bedside, because it's all well and good to think that these things, that you're going to say these things, but when it comes down to it, you're like, well, what if my saying that causes, you know, him to flatline? And so they were said at the graveside, and he wants her to know that he heard and he's sorry, and that can never be enough, and that he loves her. So
It's gorgeous. I love that.
I'm not going to go into too much detail in terms of things that happened, but it was it was pain that he caused this daughter, might even be daughter-in-law, that this daughter figure. Yeah, I'm seeing a grave, but no headstone.
Okay.
So I don't know if anyone wants, if that makes sense.
Spiritual can take that message. I am spiritual can take that message.
Okay.
I love that. I love it when somebody on here themselves can take it. Beautiful.
Jennifer. Hey there, open for a reading. I saw Onea Shin, our mutual friend.
I love Ane.
She's a sweetheart.
I'm worse to Ane than I am to you, because Ane last week at like 8:01 I called her.
Oh, really?
Or 6:01, yeah. I waited until after the show started. And then the time before that, I was in there, I seen in the comments, I said, hey, Ane, you want to come in?
I was
Sure, I said, send in your link, darling. See, I'm nice to you, Rob.
Most of the time, and you know, she's a character, because you know, stuff I can't say, but there's the last event that we were both, the last gig that we were both supposed to be at that I can think of was in Arizona, and I had, a few days before I'd made it clear I wasn't going to be able to make it after all, which I always try and make it, but it was 4,000 miles. It's like quite not skipping and a jumper away. And she's messaging me at like 11 o'clock at night, like the night before the com. She's like, which room are you in? Because let's party. Let's go and, like trip the light fantastic. And, and she's a brutal partier. Fantastic soul and great company. But yeah, I was just like, what? And she was just like, come on, just come on down. I'll meet you in the lobby, and there's a few of us, and let's go and, go to the bar. And I was just like, I'm in Pennsylvania. Oh, you missed your plane? So she's hysterical. She's fantastic.
Well, you want to know the other part of that story is because I was supposed to be there with you guys, and I had to cancel out like.
You did too. That's right.
2 weeks prior, and I'm like, and I was going to room with Anne.
What was it called? Yeah, it was the
City.
Yes.
So I got a hold of her. I'm like, Anne, I'm sorry. We had, something that happened in the family. I'm not going to be able to make it there. I'm so sorry because I was supposed to room with her. And she's like, that's okay. I've got Rob. I was like, that's right. You guys go have a great time. And she's like, you both bailed on me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Anne. And then I found out after the fact you didn't go either. And I'm like, oops.
Yeah. So, but you know what? It's funny. I think that one of the things I've always struggled for many years, I felt like I sort of needing to belong to a family.
Hold on, Rob. I think I am spiritual. I don't know if she was taking your message or my message, because she said I listened to my mom's message. I was on the phone with my mom when she died. My daughter was with her. Are you there? Okay, you froze for a minute. You were
me?
Yeah, you're on my end. You froze. You were like,
okay.
And I'm like, okay. So can you see the last comment? I didn't cut you off, darling.
No, I'm in the wait, is it the right one? Star.
Oh, so I am spiritual. The one I had was her mother, and the dad that you brought in was her dad. Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty intense.
That's
I mean, validation is always nice, isn't necessary, but it, it's more about if that message resounded and helped someone find closure, and so hopefully she did. But I'm not seeing the last message I'm seeing was 7:28.
Oh, okay.
Where am I?
I don't know where you're at. You're in that time loop.
Show all. Now you can't see me anymore, probably, right?
No, I can see you.
All right. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know why you can't see the messages, but I love this because Thomas Donahue was like, wow. I mean, like in a good way, not in a bad way, because I just made it sound really bad. But Tom is actually further up in the comments, and I don't know if you can see up to where the heck was it comment? Well, first he said, "Woo, Rob shirtless," and then great episode about the episode. But he said, "You two are awesome. What a great chemistry. Like you and me work really well together." And guys, me and Rob and I, let's do this proper because I suck with my English. We all know this. I'm working on my swearing though. I'm getting so much better, not swearing a whole lot. But Rob has got this brilliant name and it speaks for itself. I do not yet. So I am trying to build my name so that
Rob's not that brilliant.
We can.
I can't see you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I can't. Where did you go?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Well, it's Heather. She's got all this editing stuff up. Hang on one second.
It's okay. We can still see you.
No, I guess that's all that matters.
I can see you. Can you hear me? You're
Can you hear? Yeah,
you
just
still
kind
look amazing.
of, so well, that's really awesome. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
We definitely mesh.
we do.
Yeah, which- yeah, that's
Honey,
never been an issue.
we should include you in our naughty reading show. Me and Anya are gonna do a segment of naughty readings. Um,
Oh,
well,
that's
this is
original.
naughty readings. It'll be all psychic, and I actually had to put the cards away because they weren't looking good for everybody to see. I have my Rebel deck. It tells everybody to fuck off, and it's awesome because I'm in a reading. I can swear all day long because the card tells me to swear. Nice cards are really naughty because they're medieval times and very little clothes and no clothes and men and women and having a good old time. And and she's got to put her thumb over parts of the card. Rez, you're dirty. He just, yes, it should be a three-way, LOL. I am spirit is like, that's putting chills through my body. Courtney's like sacred readings. Sacral readings.
Sacred relief.
Sacral readings. Oh, and I am spiritual saying it helps so much, both the readings. So it's incredible for her. So she got a lot out of that, which is awesome. Tim is like, just don't call me names. I know.
I can't see any of the comments or anything anymore.
Well, I'm reading to you one at a time. So
Okay.
Bill's got to run. Oh, I'm sorry. Hugs to you, Bill. We're having a big old event over here, Rob, for Broadhead Manor this Saturday.
That's right. Yeah, and what a fantastic cause. I mean, that's a really good cause right there. I'll tell you something. If I lived a lot closer, I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Oh, I know you would be.
And because that's a really deeply special place. It's almost like a paranormal onion because it's been used for different things, and there are people from sort of each period.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I don't feel, and this is just me, I don't feel that that they're aware of one another. I think that it's on a per era basis, because I always wondered about that. But yeah, I mean, it was what it was about a year and a half ago, right? We were there.
Yeah, no, just over a year ago. Oh, and they donated a reading. That's awesome to them, which is awesome. Yeah, it was just over a year ago. It was a year ago this last April you were there. I didn't go then. I was with Addie in bed sleeping.
Yeah, that's right, because you were like going into an event, and then I wussed out, and then I got dragged over there. And yeah, it was that place is great. I can't wait. Who's going to be there this weekend?
Oh my gosh, so many. I mean, I'm going to be there. Kind of gotta think. Nick Sarlo, Tim or Nick Simmons or Nick Simons. I have to stop for a second because I'm always calling them Simmons and it's Simons. So Nick Simons, Aaron Thompson, and they're from 28 Days Haunted. Just a lot of different vendors, just anybody, Expedition entities. Well, not all of them, but at least Dan is going to be there. I think Mike Minot might be there.
Right.
Just so many incredible people are showing up for this. We have a GoFundMe account going for it. We have got so many things because this roof needs to get fixed. Like this last year, I was there, guys. I was there because Bill had to put plastic tarps and had them like pinned up on the walls in various spots from so much rain coming through. It was swimming pools in these tarps. I mean, so much water. And this building is incredible, and it's structurally sound. The whole thing, it just needs a new roof is what it needs. So that's what we're fighting for.
Well,
anybody's in the area, please come on in or find the GoFundMe page and just donate $1 or share it, whatever. So
what's the link, darling?
I will. Let me find it really quick, and then I will put it up there. And then right after that, we're going to have to get going. But let me find it really quick. Let me find it. Oh, my gosh. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it when I need to. So I'm going to go to because I'm the one that started the GoFundMe. So I can usually just go to GoFundMe and grab the link, can't I? Are you freaking shitting me? Excuse my language. So much for quick and speedy. All of a sudden, it's like, and now it wants a verification code 69. Beautiful. Thank you. It's going to let me in now. I love it when it lets me in. I'm telling you. I got a new phone a couple weeks ago, and I've been fighting with every password I've ever had in my life. So in the GoFundMe, we have gotten up to a little over $1,000, which is awesome. But of course, guys, we have a lot longer to go with this, a lot further. So I'm putting the link in the comments for anybody that wants to donate and or share to it. Feel free to copy and paste wherever you need to, which is awesome. So, but it is Raise the Roof for Bill. But on that note, we do have to get going. But Rob, everybody can find you at www.spiritmedium.com. You will find spiritual Rob, spiritual medium Rob Thompson. He is freaking incredible, guys. I mean, you just seen 10 seconds literally of the awesomeness that Rob does do. And trust me, I have been there. I've witnessed it. The connections are always beautiful.
You're just an incredible human being, and I'm so blessed to have you as a friend. And thank you so much for having me on. And let's make it more often. Let's talk about going on the road too, darling. Let's, we've been kicking it around since our last couple.
We got to make that happen. Make that happen.
Let's do it.
Stick around after the show in the backstage, and everybody else, I'll see you next week here on Unfiltered. Bye-bye, guys.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.